Hey Capricorn, it is Amber here at Persephone's Tarot. Hope that you're very well. This is your love tarot reading for June 2019, where we look at how your partner feels about you and how you feel about your partner, what your partner's motivations are, and also what your intentions are or desired outcomes. And then we have got an actual outcome positioners here as well. I'll also be using the America Love Oracle deck, as you may be familiar with, to look at the more spiritual aspects of the relationship and really get some direct, I guess, insight from spirit through the oracle cards. And then we'll use some more oracle cards here, which are called the mine's gone blank for some reason, but they're a great set of the wisdom of the oracle deck as well, that we will use to get some more kind of spiritual insight. So I'll go ahead and get started. So at the base of the deck, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. You can't really see it that well here. The light is not that great. But we do have the Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles in the traditional deck does talk about secrets, things being hidden, maybe shady behavior, someone trying to get away as well with something, someone trying to escape, avoidance, insecurities, lack of confidence. So those are the kind of themes, unfortunately, sorry Capricorn, that we'll be dealing with, or you'll be dealing with this month. Sorry, when I talk to you guys, I talk to you as if I'm talking to myself in a sense, and I guess I am, because I'm talking to a camera, so I can be quite blunt. So forgive me, I don't mean to be blunt at all. I do really care about everyone, but I can be a little bit kind of just will say what I see. So really do forgive me if I do come across blunt. Let me know in the comments if I am. I do try not to, but anyway. Yeah, so that's why I was kind of delivering a bad card, maybe in maybe a bad way. Sorry, but it isn't really the best card, I guess you could say, or the card maybe you'd want to see for the month. However, you know, there's always a silver lining. There's always gems to be collected in the darkest times, in the valleys. You know, there's always lessons to be learned that make us stronger and better, and that's why the entire tarot channel is called Persephone's Journey Tarot, because it is about sometimes going to the underworld, as they say, quote unquote, to learn lessons that you can use to make your life brighter or better. So that being said, we have got the Seven of Swords this month, and I think maybe you're dealing with someone that is keeping a lot of secrets. Maybe you're keeping secrets, or maybe you just feel at this time like leaving somebody, or that maybe someone is trying to leave you, or someone's avoiding an issue or avoiding you, not wanting to talk about it. And that is actually further kind of repeating itself throughout the reading. I do like to take some time before I come on camera to look at what the cards are saying, so I don't waste time umming and ahhing, and I already waffle a lot anyway. So yeah, I have already spread the cards. But yeah, it looks as if there is some sort of dissatisfaction here with the Four of Swords, you currently here. This is a card to me, and it's actually come to a bit of a revelation in the last few days, in fact. So for it to turn up in my first reading for the month, and centrally as the first card, I feel that there's definitely a message here that Spirit's been trying to kind of get to you probably for a few days now. I had a bit of a awareness that this card is also about dissatisfaction through the unhappiness of there being like a lack of depth of emotion in the relationship. Like, you may have fun times, you may be friends, you know, you could be best friends, it could be really good, or that's in fact, sorry, the opposite. It could be like you're not best friends. It's like there's the connection isn't deep enough for you. You want more. Yes, you're happy. Yes, this person, you know, they tick all the right boxes. They do all the right things. They make you laugh. There is some that they make you happy. There's nothing else that you want, you know. And most of all, you have a laugh with this person. You actually do really get along. But it may seem a bit superficial at times. There may be some sort of depth that you're wanting something more, and that could create boredom or lack of satisfaction. And your partner is currently here with the Nine of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So your partner could be an air sign. We do also have a water element here as well, but the air signs or the air energy is definitely coming through a lot in this reading. So I would say your partner's probably an Aries, Gemini, or Libra, and they're very much up in their head about this situation. This also talks about someone being on their own again, so keeping things to themselves, up in their own head, and maybe not sharing it. This also talks about someone kind of feeling like they're carrying all the burden, that this is all their fault, kind of thing. But with the Knight of Swords here, it does tell me that this person is trying to make an effort. This person is putting in energy to make a change. This person could be distracted by bigger things, which could be signified by this dragon here, something way more powerful and bigger than maybe they feel they are. This could be a mental thing again. It could be a hang-up that they have about relationships, about love and relationships. This could be their boss though as well. It could be that something away from the situation is kind of really making them feel insecure or attacked. And it's really kind of, they're keeping it all to themselves, but you feel like you'd like them maybe to share that with you. I feel that you want them to open up, you want that connection, you want them to tell you whatever it is, so that creates a deeper bond and understanding of each other. Even if it isn't the best news, even if maybe you don't really want to hear it per se, you'd rather at least they share it so that it creates a bond, but your partner is avoiding it. They're keeping it to themselves. Again, it's further clarified here by the Four of Swords for their motivations. Their motivations, or where they're coming from, here is signified by the Four of Swords. This person is not wanting to talk about it. This person is closed off. Again, with the Emperor card here, this person is closed off, but not necessarily in a malicious way, although the Seven of Swords is about sometimes, not always the best secrets. But I would say here that with the Emperor card here, it does signify this person probably is quite mature, quite above board. They have, this person could be maybe also slightly controlling, doesn't like people to kind of get involved in their emotional life. They like to kind of keep it to themselves. They like to keep a tight lid on it as well. This person could just be naturally not very an expressive person, because they maybe feel like they would feel like they wouldn't feel masculine anymore if they were to, like, they may feel weak. This again is about insecurity with the Seven of Swords, about feeling weak, avoiding things, not having the courage to do things. So that could be what's happening here. This is also about rest, relaxation, and healing. So this person could be doing that. They could be just wanting to, they could really, what they want maybe is to get that healing through those kind of sensitive conversations. But also with food being signified here, I feel that they could want that kind of nurturing. There's two fours here. You could be more of the feminine, here, and they're more kind of masculine in their head. And it could be that's what they need. They may want you to give them an opportunity to put their swords down, to put their mind at ease, to maybe just share a meal, or I don't know if you like cooking. I know that's a no-no for dating nowadays. Don't cook before you're married and all that stuff, which is a fair point. Absolutely. But, if you are in a very loving relationship where this person does, where this kind of, gesture would be satisfactory, then yeah, I definitely feel like cooking a nice meal, doing something nice for that person would allow this person to put their swords down and maybe open up a little bit as well. But they do want a break, and I think it is starting to burden them, most definitely. With the Nine of Swords here, it's definitely a burden to them. They're losing sleep over it as well. They do want to come and talk to you as well, I feel, with the Knight of Swords. They do want to take steps towards you to talk about things, to hash it out. But but they are preoccupied. There is something stopping them. There is a fear here. Maybe it's a fear of, like I said, opening up, being vulnerable, or it could also be a fear of what could happen if they say something to you. You know, will you still accept them? Will you still see them as the man in your life? You know, see them as masculine and strong. But this person does want to just let it all out and say something. So, okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords as well at the base of the deck, and the Two of Pentacles. Sorry, I just want to take a look at the base of the deck as well to see what else we could see. You've got the Eight of Swords as well. So I feel you're dealing with an air sign, most definitely. We've got the Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles does talk about you guys maybe being in some sort of routine. Maybe you live together, you work together, you're kind of tied together in some way. So there is, I think, quite a stable connection here, I think, between you two, although there's a bit of turbulence at the moment, which is really, I think, testing the relationship and the commitment and the security of things. So you're kind of going through that period at the moment, and it is about someone stepping out with the Eight of Swords here, taking a leap of faith, stepping away from their comfort zones as well. And again, there's a boulder here. It's almost like if I let it all go, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a boulder tied with rope, and it's like it could be a message that's letting us know that this person may feel that if they let it all go, this boulder will just come rolling down and, you know, cause a problem. But it's like it's either this person's going to get out the way of the boulder because it's going to come anyway, I feel. And it's yeah, with the Sun card here as the outcome, this is all going to come out anyway. So this person may as well just come out their comfort zone and just say something. This person as well may feel a little bit frustrated that they have to explain themselves as well. So that's something to think about. It may be a bit worrying for them that, because this could be kind of communication issues you're having this month. Issues with opening up, being transparent, and just difficulties in communication that kind of puts the relationship at a kind of pivotal point. But yeah, your partner, I think it's just one of those situations where you're kind of in the relationship and you kind of hit a bit of a bump where, okay, we didn't realize that maybe we didn't communicate that well, you know, or yeah, and I think that's what's happening here. So you're having communications issues this month, or challenges that you know you're now aware of, that, you know, hopefully you guys will overcome. So yeah, yeah, and I think it's about communication styles as well. That's really what it's about. It's about communication styles here. That's all. So I don't think it's a big issue. So we've got the Four of Coins here for your motivations or where you're coming from. Again, another four. So there is security here, I feel, in the relationship. It's actually, these things are coming about, I feel, maybe also to make you guys stronger, to be more secure, to be more stable. It's like you may be ironing out things as well. And as you iron them out and you start to tread carefully and talk to each other about what it is that you do and don't like about the things that they do or say, or preferences that you may have, each other have, that is a bit scary maybe to open up. And sometimes, you know, in order for this happiness, you know, we do avoid situations, but then it kind of gets boring. You know, sometimes issues in relationships aren't big issues, right? They just actually make their relationship more interesting, and I feel that's what Spirit is also trying to relay. It makes things more interesting, and I think you feel like without that bit of tension or without this, facing the challenges and avoiding them, you actually feel very bored, and you rather that this person just says what they need to say, or what talks about it. This person doesn't want to talk about it though because they are, I think, afraid of losing control, self-control, prominence, status, or position. And you, with the Four of Coins here, could feel quite protective yourself about opening up. So there is an issue here, I think, for both of you about opening up. You want more though. You definitely want more. And I think you recognize that taking that step actually leads to real love rather than maybe superficial kind of, not really superficial, but, run-of-the-mill kind of relationship. For it to be something special, you will have to open up. And I think you're quite protective. And this is actually the Sun in Capricorn card. And this is Capricorn reading. So, you naturally you naturally don't open up. You naturally don't just put your heart on your sleeve and just start talking away about your life necessarily until maybe you feel secure to do so. But with the in this image, we've got two ladies giving money to one man. So I feel, and they don't look very satisfied either. They look kind of bored. So it looks as if you are trying to give. You may feel like, well, I've given you security. I've given you a promise. Like I've moved in, or you've moved in, or I've officially put you on Facebook. I don't know, whatever it is that you do to make it official. I bought you a ring or whatever it is. You feel like you may have done the physical things to make this person understand. This person needs to speak. This person's maybe a talker. That could be their kind of best communication style, where maybe your best communication style is with action or commitments, doing something. And I feel that that's where you're coming from. You feel like, well, I've done what I need to do. So I think there's confusion here. Like you're coming from two different places. Like you feel like you've done what you need to do to create enough security for this person to open up. You may also be quite protective of this person. You may not want to let this thing go, even if it is frustrating at the moment or boring. You don't want to let this person go. There could even be money involved here to keep this person around, like providing maybe a certain lifestyle or just financial support possibly as well. Yeah. Or maybe you're just kind of helping this person, like developing their career. So in the near past, we've got, so I'll go with you first, we've got the Ace of Swords. So you may have come to a clear decision in the past, maybe about this person, to be with this person. This is about clear decisions, the Ace of Swords, and also like newfound awareness and possibly epiphanies. However, I feel like you may have had a conversation with this person which brought about a lot of clarity. We do have the High Priestess here with the Knight of Pentacles for your partner in the past. So your partner, again, may have been keeping secrets from you, not expressing totally who they were, maybe being a bit mysterious, with the Knight of Pentacles as well, being a bit slow to move. This could also be how your partner felt about you, like how they saw you in the past. They felt that you were maybe quite secretive, had a lot of information that you just were not sharing. However, you may have been giving them just enough to keep them interested or to keep them intrigued. And they, it looks like they stuck around. But I feel like they may feel they need more information from you as well. Like they would like you to open up. They want to talk as well. So there's like this lack of opening up here. There's secrets that you guys are scared to maybe share with each other. Hmm. Sorry guys. Just want to see what else could be here with these cards. I feel like they're looking at you like this. That they saw you as slow moving and someone who knew a lot. Like they saw you as someone who was very knowledgeable, like very educated, or someone who knew a lot about a lot, but you didn't really say a lot, you know. Um, but it looks like you here, you made a decision, I think, to be with this person, and you were quite clear that you wanted to be with them. I feel like you're quite sure about this person. This person may feel like they need more information from you, though. The Nine of Swords can also be about someone who feels like they are on their own with a problem. You know, they could need you to maybe open up a little bit as well. So they feel that emotional support, but they need that through talking. So then we've got the Six of Cups. For your intentions or how you want the relationship to go. So you want this best friend kind of connection, soulmate, friends since you were, kids kind of connection, that real trust, that real bond, that real feeling that and understand each other, and that there is a real emotional connection and a real commitment. You want something deeper, like really deep, that's where it feels like family. So the physical connection may be there. It looks like you really are interested in this person. Like you really, really want to, like you're completely, I think you're quite decided on this person. Like you're not, like I said, like you're very happy. The Four of Cups to me always talks about someone being very quite happy where they are, but it just may be a bit boring because it's just a bit predictable. So you may need to, I think Spirit is saying you need to open up. Maybe this is really speaking to you with it being coins, like you need to share. There needs to be togetherness. You may need to do things together. You may need to start to plan things together. Maybe it's in the actual doing things together that actually brings you closer and strengthens the bond. That could be a middle ground. I guess if you are together a lot, you start to understand each other's mannerisms, and also you talk a lot about what's going on around you, and in that way you may understand each other rather than sitting down face to face, like, and asking difficult questions and being really, really in your face with the communication, and have it be more natural. So yeah, but you really are looking for that. So that's really sweet. And then we've got wow, these are two pretty amazing combinations. We've got the Empress card and the Ten of Cups for what your partner wants and intends. So your partner's definitely in love with you. I don't think that they are doubting this connection, to be honest. They may find it frustrating at the moment that the communication issues are tricky, but they see you possibly as a wife potential. They see you as their dream come true. This is wish fulfillment plus some, this is everything. So they do want that best friend connection too, or that soulmate connection. They want happiness, they want family, they want a wife, they want tradition, they want to build on something, they want the abundance, they want it all. They see you as I said, they see like this huge amount of potential in you. Like there's a lot that you know or can do, or there's a lot that you offer that you don't really kind of put out there straight away, it doesn't seem. And but they can see it, they see something, because they're crazy about you here with the Empress card. They think that you're where it all begins and ends, you know. So they're definitely committed. You've got the Empress and the Emperor card here, so we can say this is a soulmate connection, or definitely a very compatible connection where you have the potential to become husband and wife if you so wish. Like I said, I didn't feel like it was like a major problem. I just think you're kind of hitting a bit of a bump in the road where, you know, you're learning about open communication and clear communication, and not avoiding difficult conversations or just to keep the peace, because actually it just makes the relationship superficial. And I think that's what's being learned here for both of you this month. So we've got the Six of Pentacles for the outcome for you. So again, this is about financial support. So like I said, I don't know if there is some sort of financial issues or financial situations that you guys are both kind of entangled in, or that you are possibly working together in business, or you are in the same similar kind of careers. You could be helping each other in that way. It's also about reciprocity in commitments. But really it's about generosity and helping, giving. So yeah, I feel that really what it's saying here that the outcome will be you guys will find a way to communicate better, to be more receptive to each other, in the way that you communicate. In things will just get better, things will work smoother, because you're coming from the Four of Pentacles into the Six, you know, so things improve. The cogs in your relationship do become better oiled. I wish I could use a better description, but yeah, I think there'll be a really positive kind of good back and forth between you two, and maybe a lot of time that's been lost in the past will be made up for as well. I feel that it will all kind of get better. And then we do have the Nine of Cups here and and the Sun card for your partner in the near future. That just further confirms that there will be a very happy ending. Your partner will be feeling like they've got their wish fulfilled. They will feel out of the Nine of Swords into the Nine of Cups, but you know, it's the time you spend together with each other that builds a relationship and provides this emotional fulfillment for your partner, where they do get their wish. And really their wish is about clarity. It's about finally seeing each other very clearly, but at the same time not being judgmental, being forgiving, having a laugh about it, you know, talking about it for what it is, leaving the subject, moving on, not dwelling, but just kind of accepting the silver linings in the relationship. And even if they do maybe come first of all in a cloud, even if it is a difficult situation maybe to get through, I feel that you will definitely find success. Your partner will definitely feel successful anyway towards the end of the month. And there will be this lovely clarity that they'll get and feel very close to you, very warm. It's a really lovely, happy ending. I wish I could name this video something really good, so like a lot of people watch it, because it's a really lovely reading. You may even go on a holiday, possibly, with the Sun card as well. But it is about opening up. It is about avoiding fear, not allowing fear to make you avoid things, kind of thing. So yeah, I'm going to pull some cards here quickly from the Amira Love Oracle deck. Hopefully I won't keep you guys for much longer. I really like these to be like 15 minutes or so, but they always tend to be a bit longer. Just a little bit. Okay, so we've got spiritual growth here. In the position of spiritual direct advice. So you're going through a spiritual growth spurt at the moment. So yeah, lessons are being learned within the relationship. It's almost like the world card, really, the spiritual reference. So is this the sun card to me. They're very, um, in terms of imagery in this deck anyway. Yeah, so I thought that there's kind of a wild card moment happening here where there's like a lesson being learned, that allows you guys to kind of grow and build on it, so it strengthens the relationship. We've then got control as being the obstacle. Yeah, most definitely. It's about releasing control. It's about going with the flow. I think your partner does, there is this thing with your partner where they like to kind of be in control and be the boss and not let their feelings show, or to be seen to be weak or undecided, or to feel a bit lost, or to have questions, or to feel unsure. They don't want that side to show, and I feel that that's causing a lot of the issues as well. But then it's also, this is also about control as well. The Four of Pentacles is definitely about control, power, wanting to keep things together, so that, you don't lose it, holding on to something so tight that you may actually starve it or suffocate it. And that's really what the Four of Cups is about as well. That kind of suffocation, maybe, or too much of a good thing sometimes. So yeah, the challenge is to let go of unnecessary control. So then we've got new love here. So what brings you together? So that's lovely. You guys are probably having a very nice time together at the moment, apart from. So yeah, I feel like you guys do really want to be together. Let's put it that way. You are happy with each other. You're just maybe going through a spot. So then we've got freedom for what you're learning, communication for what they're learning, family for how you see them, and the young female for how they see you. And then we've got obstacles at the base of the deck. So you're learning, I think, this month to, how you deal with this problem going forward is going to probably affect how you deal with many other problems going forward. That's what it's also saying as well here. With the obstacles card here, this is the major learning thing. You're learning about obstacles, learning about how to overcome them. They're learning about how to communicate, how to open up. This person could be kind of scared to communicate. This person could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, by the way, as well. Most definitely, with the Emperor card and the Sun card. So, maybe this person's challenge is to kind of bring in more energy, more air energy into the situation, or into their communication style. And it could be through texting, it could be through writing that kind of helps them just to kind of text more. But that is what they're learning about anyway. They're learning about how to communicate better, I feel, or more effectively. And then we've got freedom. So you're learning about freedom, being free, letting go of control. Actually enjoying, not worrying about what's going to happen next, but just having faith. You're going to find a lot of joy in that. And I think that's what your spiritual lesson is. And in fact, what your partner's spiritual lesson is, communication. And yours is freedom. Got family for how you see them. So yeah, you do see them as a Six of Cups. Like, you do see them as someone that you have a soulmate connection with. There is like they feel like family to you. And you may also be looking at this person to start a family, and I think this person's also looking at you in the same way with the Empress card. And they see you as the young female. I feel that they just see you as someone who maybe is very sexy, very attractive, very feminine. This is the Empress card in a way, They're both very sexual energies, very feminine, very alluring, very seductive. They're basically just like, it's kind of like on heat a little bit, like you're on heat. The Empress card can be that energy of being on heat, like constantly creative, like the chaotic, creative, almost fiery energy, and they see you that way. They see you as very beautiful and very attractive and or woman, you know, if you are a female watching, or even just if you're a feminine energy, you know, man or watching, they see you as incredibly sexy, for want of a better word. So yeah, I just pull a few more cards and then we'll be done, dear Capricorn. Oh, we've got Sun coming already. So we've got Breathe, which reminds me a lot of the Freedom card. So it's taking time out to breathe. So don't act before thinking, basically. Breathe through the situation. Take some time to meditate as well. Meditating will clear your perspective and bring you back into balance in terms of how you're seeing the situation, rather than being caught up in emotions and caught up in fears and you know, thoughts. Meditation or breathing, taking time to breathe and follow your breath, could be a nice distraction from all those kind of thoughts. And then we've got Mending and a Deep Knowing. So yeah, I guess this is a mending time for you. There is some sort of healing that's here for you. And you see there's two people working together. Wow. So it looks like as you guys work through this, you actually there's a lot of healing that happens between you both. If you guys learn to work together to get through this obstacle in terms of improving communication, not being scared to say, to show who you really are. There's maybe a bit of shyness here as well. I haven't seen any pages, but there could be this fear to kind of open up. And I think as you both open up, you both heal from whatever caused the fear in the first place. Yeah, and it's about deep knowing. It's not always about seeing a clear outcome. It's about trusting your gut, trusting your instinct, being wise about a situation rather than getting carried away with thoughts and emotions, but actually being wise and thinking about, not really thinking, sorry, but being wise and intuitive. There is full moons here as well, so there may be a revelation around the full moon. I think the next full moon is the 17th of June, I think. If I'm probably wrong, because I haven't checked. But yeah, the full moon may be an important time for you, where you'll gain a lot of wisdom and clarity. You will see a lot. So, you know, this is June. This is the June reading. So, yeah, I feel that it is saying that with the Sun card here, that definitely come the 17th of June, there'll be a lot more clarity for you guys. Okay. So, yeah, just follow your deep knowing. Don't follow your fears. And your deep knowing is your inner voice, you know, that voice that you do hear when you meditate, when you do sit back and, you know, meditate. You'll find your answers there, and you'll find clarity and a way forward there. So I hope that you enjoyed the reading. If you did, please do like. I'd really, really appreciate it. Share. That'd be great. And subscribe. Leave a comment. I love reading your comments and your experiences. That I think that helps me and probably others as well. So please continue to do so. Sorry. And I will see you or speak to you next month. Take good care. Bye-bye.